Hi, I'm Vicky Janetta. I'm a mum of four. I live in Pitmedden and I currently help out the Udny Climate Action Group, and I sort of deal with the zero waste side of things. My role is all about, trying to help the environment by trying not to waste anything and assisting anybody in the community that I can with whatever wee project or problem might be occurring at that time. For us, this is a lifestyle change. It's about caring about your environment, the natural world, the impact you have on the environment. Big change. We find a refill shop in Ellen, so you take along your own containers, bottles, bags, and you just refill things. So there's just a lot now that we scale things right back. So we bought a soap bar, and that's shampoo for washing your hands, everything, so we don't have all these containers anymore. We use vinegar to wipe down the worktops and cleaning, so we really did have a big look at our lifestyle. And I think what people need to get is that link between buying that plastic bottle of liquid in the shop to where is that going to end up, what is the impact of that, and maybe if people can see that link, likely it's going to end up in the ocean or it's going to end up in Malaysia being burned, they might then maybe think twice. But for us, a big lifestyle change on how we shop and what we purchase and where we purchase as well.
My name is Mark Morgan. Stella's Voice, we are a charity that works and aims to stop and prevent youngsters from being trafficked in Eastern Europe. We work to protect the world's vulnerable from trafficking. When a youngster is vulnerable, doesn't have a means of shelter or provision, they're at high risk of being exploited and trafficked. Locally, our aim is to be a source of help and hope at home and abroad. All the items that we collect, whether we pick them up or people bring them to us, we repurpose them in some way, and that's how we generate the income for what we do. So the items that we take in are very diverse. Over the years, we've had some extraordinary items, everything from trampolines, bouncy castles, canoes, and pretty much anything weird and wonderful. The phrase I often use is, as long as it's within the bounds of law, and legal, we'll take it in, and if we can use it in some way, we will. We didn't used to take electrical items in. We never took them because there's a lot of rules and processes around it, but we kept getting offered so many of them. So we started looking into it, and a couple of years ago we started up an electricals project basically. We will put it through a function test, or PAT test first, function test. And when it's a function test, that's a washing machine plumbed in and run through a cycle. But we've got people that'll replace the bushes on motors, or can, if one machine is beyond use, we'll cannibalize the parts and make another one usable. So there's a lot going on there, and again, it puts us in a position to help a lot of people, but again, and also reduce that impact on the environment. Bicycles is something we're keen about, and that's probably because I myself am a cyclist and I always have been. So there's an interest there personally, but also Aberdeenshire and Aberdeen City has got one of the worst bike reuse records in Scotland, and we're looking to change that and fix it. But not just change it and fix it so we can have a different headline. So we take in hundreds of bikes a year already, looking to increase that significantly. And there's several things we do with that. One of the things we do, we work with another local charity in the northeast. They take some of the bikes from us and use it for their training purposes, give us the bikes back. They then go on a truck and we'll send them across to Moldova. So kids that have no access to things, in orphanages and some of the kids that we look after, they've got a bike for the first time in their life, for example. But also locally, we're looking to set up a project that basically will train people in the basics that have been lost, how to fix a puncture, how to set up a bike properly and service it, and so on and so forth. So there's an education element there, but also it gives people that maybe don't have the means to go out and buy a new bike, they can do so. So beyond the physical items that we take and reuse as much as we can and recycle, so we're currently in the very early stages of developing a market garden on site. Quite a large field that we are looking to create a community growing space. Already we have a small wormery that's under kind of pilot stages, I would guess, but one of the things there is producing high quality compost. But it's a space that we see, the kind of blue sky plan is that you'll have an environment with no dig beds, raised beds, accessible beds, polytunnels, just a mix of growing environments, but at a learning space. Schools, colleges, and groups can come along and take part, almost take ownership of some elements of it, producing locally grown food. We've all seen in recent times the impact of when disruption, because our food travels so far. We're looking to change some of that. Built around where the market garden is going, we've recently had paths installed that link up to the old railway line, which is a cycle and a walkway. So now people can cycle and walk down the side of where the market garden is. There's benches where you can sit and stop. And so it's about encouraging, get out there, get some exercise, and be part of the environment and mesh with it, not fighting against it. And so we're just, again, layers of benefit that we can create whenever we're doing something, helping people, helping the environment. That's what we're about. We're all fundamentally the same thing. If somebody is struggling and help doesn't come soon enough and they're not able to help themselves, it's a downward spiral. And the quicker you interject and stop that, the quicker you stop other issues becoming dominant. And so if you can connect somebody to purpose, and you can connect the environment and all these activities, and again I say to people, whether you're talking about preventing trafficking or whether you're talking about fixing the environment, if I came to you as an individual and says, can you stop this? You'd go, I don't even know where to start, it's too big. But if I came to you and said, right, what part can you do? Well, can you do this? Can you do that? Well, I can do that. And if everybody did that, that's how we fix this. It's that simple.